Hello, everybody, and welcome to Class Dojo 101. We're going to go through some of the special features that you can use here in your classroom with Class Dojo. If you haven't already downloaded the app to your iPad or your phone, go ahead and do that now. Or if you're going to be working on your desktop, that's fine as well. I did want to let you guys know this. When you're creating a class, it is a lot easier to do it on your desktop. My name is Val Spears, and I'm a 5th grade bilingual teacher at Pearson Elementary. And I also have Lucy here, and she's from Cooper, and she'll be our moderator today. So I'm just going to give you a few minutes to actually log in and create a sign-in to Class Dojo. While you're creating your sign-in, one of the benefits to Class Dojo is to associate your account with your campus. And I'll go into that in more detail in just a little bit. But it really helps you to associate your account with your campus and the district. You'll be able to go back and view this, so if we go a little fast, I apologize. But you will have the link to go back and review this. So let's go ahead and get started. Right in here, this is what you're going to see on your screen. It might look a little different on your iPad, but this is from the desktop view. Right here, if you go ahead, if you're looking at your screen, if you see that it has Nita Pearson Elementary, if you associate your account with your campus, you can see that I have 15 teachers that are using it on my campus. And that's a lot easier when you're setting up your classrooms, and I'll tell you how that's going to help you. I'm going to go ahead and create a class. Go ahead and add a class. If you are self-contained, you can just put, like with me, Spears 5th grade class. If you have multiple sections, you can have multiple classes on here. As soon as you create your class, you can start adding your students. And I'm going to give you an example of how this would, how linking your personal account to the campus helps out. If I start putting in a student's name, it'll automatically pop up here. And it's showing up from when I had him in 3rd grade. So it automatically starts populating the field, and if it's somebody new, then you can go ahead and change the name. But I'm just going to put in some, just some random names right now. They do want you to put first and last name. So just to add a couple, you can always go back and add more. Right now, you're just trying to get in so I can show you how to use some of the different features. So I've added 3 students. And remember, you can go back and edit this later. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm done adding my students. So the next cool feature that this that Dojo has, or Class Dojo has, is that you can invite your parents. You can even invite your students as well to log on. And that's just a teacher preference. If you'd rather just let the parents have access, that's up to you. Right here, if you click on Get Invites, it'll download everything that you need here. The first page is actually going to be instructions for you. So this actually has student and parent invites on here, but this is instructions for you and how to invite the parents. The individual students, like Jill Big right here, this is to be given to her because each student is assigned a code that's linked to your class. So this right here, this is just for Jill. This is not something that you can give to another student because this is very specific to her. So if they already have an account or if they're new to Class Dojo, this is what they would have to do. If they already have an existing account, they would just need to follow the instructions under existing account. They also have this if you wanted Jill to be able to be a part of the class. That would be more for older grades. Lucy just told me too that it's also available in Spanish, and that's something I didn't know. Thank you, Lucy. That it's also available in Spanish, and we're going to show you how to get to that section.
My name is Lucy Cázares, and I'm from Cooper Elementary. What you do right here, it says download in another language. You click on it, and you click whatever language that you want to use, and then it prepares your invites in whatever language you want.
Awesome. Thank you, Lucy. So you can see that this one's in Spanish and then this one is in English. So if you have parents, especially any ESL parents, this would be great for you to be able to share with them, or ESL students. So once you're done with that, you can just go back into Class Dojo, and I just want to show you this part real quick. You can go in and you can see that your class is right here. This is the main screen, and that these are your students. So if you click on Class Dojo, pick your class, and then you can go in there and see all of your students. Another really neat feature is the groups. If you decide to put your students into groups, and you can use this during intervention or when you're doing a project, you can put them in groups and also assign them points that way. And I'll talk to you about the points here in just a second, but this allows you to put your students into groups if you decide to do that. Okay, the next thing that we're going to talk about is going into actually the student. I'm going to pick one of my students. Right in here, you have positive and needs work. These in here can be changed, and you can edit any of these in here. If you can give them points, if they're helping others, you can go in there and click on them, and you can give them a point for that, and it'll show up on there. You can go into Joe, and let's say he has been participating. You can also click on that, and he gets a point. Here, you can also go into whole class. and you can give the entire class points. But let's say that Jill wasn't working well. You could go into needs work, and here you can add your skills. You can modify, you can add skills to anything and also change them. But let's say I want to I want to add a skill here under needs work, and I want to say one of the things in my class that I do is they're not prepared. And you can also put on how many points you want. I'm gonna take away 2 points on that. So that's gonna show on there. And I don't know if you can hear those sounds, but it wasn't a pleasant sound that poor Jill got. So you can modify or change any of those things as well. You can add your own. You can also, one of the best features I think that I really like about Class Dojo is the stories. You can add pictures to your class. Now, it just depends on your campus. On our campus, if the parents have signed a release saying that they can be part of a student directory, then they can be a part of this. They can be a part of this. If not, then you can't show the students' pictures to the entire class. So this right here is the stories for your class right here, because this is set under class story. So I'm going to show you what that looks like. Let's say I want to add a photo. It's going to say, here's my computer, and I can choose a file, and I'm just going to pick some random picture. And this is it. And you can just say that we saw these beautiful flowers on our field trip. You can type up here. And then you can post it. It's like a Facebook for your classroom. And this is a very safe environment for your parents and your students. So it is. It's basically a Facebook for your parents, for your classroom. So people can like it or they can comment on it. Now, let's say I wanted to do some of the other things I really like about here. If you have a reminder and you send home a note with your students, you can attach that file here. And that way they'll be notified, the parents can be notified that you have a copy of the reminder on your Class Dojo, a field trip reminder, an absence. You can even tell parents when their students are absent. And I'll go into that here in just a second. I'm going to go into Jill's right now. I'm going to choose her, and I'm going to be specific. Just do something just for Jill. And I'm going to show you that that keeps everything separate from the class. I'm going to add a picture to Jill. And on here that Jill's a wonderful artist and she drew these wonderful pictures of penguins. So I can put on here, this is just for Jill's parents. And post. So you can see this is just for Jill. So if I go back to my class story here. It's not here on this news feed, or I call it the feed. It's not here. This is specific to Jill. I really like this. This is pretty nice. On the student side, if you decide to allow students to do this, I don't know if you guys use Seesaw. Seesaw is something that the students can actually take pictures of their work and they can connect with parents that way, and pending your approval. But Class Dojo has everything in it, and that's what I like about it. You don't have to have two different apps. You can just use one to take care of all of this. Another neat feature up here is messages. I could send a note to all the parents if they were connected. Right now, my parents aren't connected because they're bogus. They're bogus parents. But you can send messages to the entire class. Tomorrow we have a field trip. Don't forget that they need their sack lunch. They need a water bottle and a cap because we're going to be outside. So you can actually send that to all your parents, and it'll tell you who has seen your messages. I can also just send a message to Joe's mom or dad. I can go in there and send them a specific note to them. Well, right now it's saying that I need to invite them. They're not, I can't send anything right now. But I can send a note to Joe's parents and say, hey, I really miss Joe today. I hope he's feeling better and I hope to see him tomorrow. Would you like me to send some homework home for him if he's going to be out more than a day? And the parents can respond to you. And I love that feature. Parents can respond back. They can respond back. It's really a great feature. Okay, so I'm going to go back into, sorry, I'm going to go back into my class, and I want to let you look at some of the things at the bottom.
A quick thing about parents messaging. Parents can message you questions. If they have like a question about the homework, they can send you a message and they can take a picture of the homework and be like, Ms. Cáceres or Ms. Spears, I don't understand this specific problem. How would we solve this problem? Oh, this is how my child solved this problem. I don't think it's correct. What do you think?
That's an excellent feature. Down here at the bottom, you have some other tabs down in here. And you can take attendance. I don't use the attendance mode, but some parents might. If their students are, if they ride the bus, they might want to see that. It's just that I don't use that option. The select multiple lets you.
I do because of whenever I get the class point.
Oh, okay. Actually, what Lucy said is she does use it. So if she uses, she likes to give points to the entire class, it won't give it to a child that is absent. And that's another really good point. Mm-hmm. Okay, at the bottom, you can select multiple students here to give points to. So I like that feature. You can select them all. Oh, I'm sorry, I just kicked this back out. My apologies. And you can select multiple students at one time to actually give. And I use the groups. Like if we're working in groups, it's just a lot faster to say I can look at group 1 or group 2 or whatever, however you decide to call them, and I can see that they're not on task. I can take points away fairly quickly, especially if I have a small group at my table and I can see the entire room and I can see that table 3 is not working. So they will automatically look at whenever they hear the sound. I'm going to keep my sound up so they can hear the notifications, and they can see that they're getting points taken away. And it usually helps them straighten up. Mm-hmm. The random here lets you you can pick a random student to do a problem on the board for you and then give them points right in here. Or I use it more for participation, but you can use it however you want to. And I just randomly pick a student to help me present something on the board or however you want to use it. One of the things that I really love is the timer feature. Because used to, I would split my screen so that I could show my entire class and I'd have to pull up a separate timer. But Dojo has this countdown, and I love you can use it as a stopwatch or a countdown. But it helps the students stay focused. I've got 5 minutes to complete this assignment, or I've got 10 minutes to complete this assignment. And it really helps the students stay on task. This big ideas down in here actually lets you see some ideas that you can use in Class Dojo, more like a professional development type ideas. So for you to go in there when you have time, just to go in there and just kind of view some of those videos. It's kind of nice to go in there when you have just a few minutes. Anyway, that's about it for my presentation. And Lucy, do you have anything else that you would like to add? No, I think that's about it. You can get credit for this class, and Lucy's going to post the link. It's to get the CPE credit, and she's going to post that link for you. And I hope that you found this beneficial, and I'm sorry that we stumbled around just a little bit. But anyway, and we hope to not see you, but maybe be on some other virtual classes with us. Thank you so much.